Hello, and welcome back to another episode. Trying to get every single achievement in this game on hard mode. I want to give a shout out to AJ who mentioned two things. Apparently, you don't need to worry about pips that are in the wild. With their hunger, they're not going to starve. So that's nice to know. But the other thing, it's a little late for the last two dupes, but for the future, the printing pod, you don't have to save before it goes off. Oh my god, that is a really nice piece of information to know. So what you can do essentially is just have it go off and check the dupes. If you don't like them, save, reload, and you'll get new options to choose from. Still gonna have to go through the reload process every time, but at least you don't have to be watching this thing like a hawk. So what are we doing this episode? I want, and this is a bit of an advanced thing, but I want this guy here. Now, in order to build that, I'm going to need refined metal anyway, so we might as well go after the rock crusher first. But I want to build that up here in this area. So I'll actually start to dig it out. Looking at this stable, I want to dig out in here, because these pips are in a stable. They are going to starve without access to this plant. But that's going to, currently we're at 95. We're going to want to make this room a bit smaller. Otherwise the pips won't be happy. So a bit of good news, I got rid of some, but some excellent plant has landed. So I can stop producing mush bar. It's going to give me a surge of workers for a little bit, and I'm going to try to take that advantage of that to carve out this area for hatch or processing eggs, and another stable on this side. Research on a rock crusher has been complete. Now I'm going to put that right here. So dig out a spot for that. And I'm going to do, so I already have a hydrogen generation. Do I have an air pump? I don't. I want to deal with this hydrogen because there's really no point in trying to put my egg processing area here. If I've got this, plus I've got all this stored up energy. And if I can get that used, dupes will spend less time over here. So all night long, Supply and Builder has been on this thing instead of getting things done. Hate the manual generator. A builder doesn't seem to mind. They're happy as anyone can be, but I'd rather have you guys doing something else. And I really want to start taking advantage of hydrogen that is floating to the top of the base. So if you want to know my food plan over the next little while, I'm going to be watching the locavore achievement very closely and see when I get it, because the moment I can start to plant things in planter boxes, I won't have to have Cook and Chef generate stuff. So not a quarter of the way there yet. But this consumes a lot of water. Does it say how much in the ingredients? 75 kilograms. That's just going to drain these little pockets of water all over my base. But I can't put anything in planter boxes until 400,000 calories has been eaten. Okay, now it is time to build a rock crusher. Oh, Pep. Pep, stop making my life miserable. Alright, research was complete. Now that is going to give me everything I need to burn hydrogen. Let's go right to the, not fish trap, but the, oh yeah, there it is, sorry, clicking on the wrong one. It's like, incubator's in there, right? Yeah, it's the incubator I want with some refined metal and supply. Just cut through that. Okay, Pip, before you even think, I'm putting some there. Don't use that space. Alright, so we're going to go up to the top. We're going to get a pump. I'll just put this just a little bit higher. And this is what I'm going to, A, get rid of the hydrogen that's going to choke out my base, but B, turn it into energy. And this I can burn and still get the, what is it, super sustainable achievement. So just measuring out where I want my egg processing center to go. This is going to be where eggs are hatched. This is going to be where eggs are processed, eggs are dropped off. And that leaves me with this spot here for a hydrogen generator. So let's put, this is going to be my fire pole. I'll put this here, just so that the dupes will be able to get across, and I will put in, need some metal ore. So you know what? I was going to build a floor here. Yeah, I guess I will, because I'll get some metal from it. This is a metal poor asteroid, so I have to think very differently than I would normal times. Normal times being not hard, well, no, not hard mode, it's just the fact that it's metal poor and hard mode, and I don't have teleportation. So I can't go anywhere but this asteroid without a rocket. It's not a reason to celebrate. Alright, so I'm going to put a floor here. We must now be able to make this thing. Yep. Why don't we minimize the amount of work I have to do? I can... no, I want the floor now. I don't want to have to take the hydrogen generator out later. One thing I would love to get is a smart battery in conjunction with this. That's just going to reduce the amount of time that these guys are on that stupid machine. I can't even build wires right now. That's how low I am with metal ore at the moment. Alright, a little bit has opened up. So I'm just going to go put the simplest hydrogen right into it. I'm going to have to be careful when this rises too much that I don't get oxygen in the system, and manually watch this. I'm not going to have a lot of automation in the beginning of this playthrough because of the metal shortage. I'm going to want to very much minimize metal production here because I'm going to lose half of it just to the fact that how the rock crusher is. And I'm just realizing too, I've got the, okay, we'll finish this, but I'm just realizing the hatch needs its own stable. Because the pip has their first stable. Actually, do they? It's 105. It's not as stable right now. I need to start cutting this back. Why don't we do this? The dupes are going to get their feet wet, but it's for the sake of the stable. So research has just been complete on Park Sign, amongst other things. Now we're working towards the incubator. I'm very tempted to make a nature reserve, and probably in a normal playthrough I would. I just think we have higher priorities, but I'll be getting to that soon. I don't know if this is going too far, but I had a second thought on these doors, because those doors use metal. I'm in a metal poor asteroid. So I think I'm instead going to favor filling in tiles that I don't need. The other thing is, I'm worried about my pip being trapped in there. Not that it wouldn't be difficult to get it out or anything, but it's just... ah, pip. So I'll keep building tiles here until I get 96. So I'm curious to try this. So a blueprint is available. I've got farming, rocketry, and research as the top options there. I'll save as a new dupe. I will load and I'll see if I get different options. I'll be back. This is the moment I've been waiting for. So Rancher has critter ranching skills now. Also supply. You're wonderful too, Supply. I was thinking of giving Supply working their way towards critter ranching so I could have two, but I could always remove their skills. I think I only need one critter rancher for the moment. I think they'll be more useful to be able to carry even more, and I can remove their skills and give them back critter ranching one later on if I chose to, and probably will at least have one of the dupes do that. Okay, let's pause. I don't want to lose any time without the incubator, so still have to run the supercomputer a little bit more, and I don't want to lose any more time without this. What do I need? Dupes. I need to get rid of 5 tiles. 1, 2, 3. Don't want to block the dupes out. 4, 5. And I'm going to tell them that is high. Well, I'll just make it 6. They'll get it done. And then I'll have a stable again. And I'll make sure that a pip does not get trapped on one of those tiles. I'm even, actually, we've got enough food. We can stop doing that. And you're filling the supercomputer. Let's, you know what, temporarily, let's stop research. I really want to focus on getting this stable. Create it. Just a few tiles away from having a stable once again. Oh, water is getting pretty low. Speaking of which, that's probably a spot where I will want one of the tiles soon anyways. Might as well do this here. It's going to push the water up, give more water into my system, my overall base. Delete this ladder. Okay, didn't really want that to happen. But, do we have a stable is the question. We do! I'm going to up... No, I already did that. Thought ahead, I guess. And rancher, where are you? Vitals. Are you on break? Are you waking up for the day? Oh, you're getting your... Okay, you don't have your skill yet. So Rancher is getting their ranching skill. They're heading over to the stable, and the first pip... And I love this feature of the game. The other pips that need to be groomed line right up, which is such an amazing thing, because it doesn't matter if your stable is awkward shaped. You don't have to wait for one of them to be called. They used to whistle, and you'd have to wait, or the dupe would have to wait. That's awesome. Oh, did you guys stop planning stuff where I don't want to plan it? I want to push this water back. Well, how much water is there? Oh, it's in the grams. Cancel. You know what? Don't worry about it, pips. I'll just get the dupes to mop. And then research back to this. So let's put this room together. And you know what? I only have one hatch, so I don't need that area dug out just yet. I'm going to put to the station for that. That's in stations. So ranching, or grooming station rather. Okay. Actually, you can be wrangled. Is there any other pips around? You can be wrangled. Do I have a drop-off stop? I do not. I better create that. Better create that high priority. I want all the things done all at once. I want this. So, oh. Well, I need to have this door created, but I won't have to wrangle the hatch. Well, it depends, actually. I need a floor. Dupes, go at... I'm going to actually say, how are we for calories? Yeah, you keep cooking, I guess. We'll be alright. Rest of the team, you go, go, go. Take advantage of the fact that we have this manual, or not manual, hydrogen generator, please. Drop off the pips here. High priority. Research has been complete on the incubator. That's awesome news. Let's continue to focus on this grooming station. But I definitely want to take advantage of that. Pip. Pip, you need out of here. This is not your stable. Not your stable. Go home. Find a new home. So I want to... I don't know that it's... Oh, kind of is actually. I was going to say it doesn't really matter about hatches having... where they are. Or as in, I was going to cut out all of this area and just let the hatches roam rather than bothering to trap them here. But actually, I think I would want to have them on this side with a door preventing them from getting out here, because when they're in the ground here, I believe they stay in their wild state, or they're not consuming. I just want them to be out here available to be groomed. That's the important bit. So this is nearly complete. I'm going to build a spot. First of all, actually, let's make sure if I want to make an incubator, I can. I have enough metal for it. Good. I'm going to put the egg storing space down here, and this is where the actual machine incubator is going to go, so we can start on that construction. The dupes are able to create that tile. That tile here is high priority. This is the drop off or a hatch. High priority. I just need to have the hatch brought in. Where's my hatch? Oh, it fell. Oh, okay, yeah, it fell down. I made a tile. I was like, how did it do that? Yeah, that's a weird sort of animation. The dirt pile is floating. Okay, idle. Absolutely not going to allow you to be idle, anyone. And I'm going to see that oxygen will fall down. That's not priority. I'll do that later. Oh, I said less priority over there. This is eventually going to need power. So bring that in. And I have to decide on a food source for the hatch. Not dirt, that's my food. Sand. You can have sedimentary rock as well. Hatch is being brought in. I think we're going to see the first hatch groomed. No, I didn't up that priority. That's not rancher. Rancher, you know what to do. Do what you do best. Yes. This hatch is going to produce more eggs. You've got some food, so you're not going to starve. Fantastic. And now we just need to clear out this area. Now I want to get rid of this hydrogen. Actually, a little bit of oxygen here is going to push it up. Plus, let's just do some digging to allow a space for that hydrogen to go up, so I can get that out of the way. We'll put in some nice flooring. I want a door on this one because I want to be able to control who goes in and out. And you'll see why that is in a little bit. But it is time to decide the exact location of this amazing building. Terrible building, in fact, that causes a lot of manual work, but also I really want the achievement more, so I won't complain. I'm going to put it right here. And my idea is I'm going to have an auto sweeper further in the future. I'm not going to build it now. I'm going to have a different type of automation, but that'll be a good spot for it. And I see an egg that is ready to be processed. Let's just throw in power. I'm going to go up like this. It may make sense later on why I'm doing that. With all this excitement going on, I don't want to forget to have a special invite to the other pips. Currently I have 6, that's going to be 8. Which means the moment any of them lay an egg, that's going to become cramped. So I'll wait for this to be built first. But I will want a second critter ranch over here for them. And I'll have to start dropping eggs off. But let's get this built. Dupes. I've got a skill point to give out. That's scientist. That's easy. +2 to science. And they can do field research as well. Builder is putting the final touches on this building. I'm going to get my dupes, with any spare time they have, to build another stable. I'm going to go around awkwardly around these 2 trees. There it is, rancher. What's your schedule? Do you have time? You're going to be waking up soon. Okay, excellent. I'm going to say here that rancher is the only one allowed in. They're not allowed to leave. No one else is allowed into this room. Because what I don't want to have happen is have one of the other dupes throw an egg on here and have this waste power. I want rancher to go in here, throw an egg in, give it a hug right away. That's going to give it the lullaby effect. Increasing the hatching speed of this egg by flip. Supply, you got around my whole system. What do I do? Cancel that. You go here. And you dig that out. So no one... Okay, somebody dig that out at high priority. Someone dig, someone dig. Someone please dig. Chef, you're amazing. Okay, so no one else can get up here now. And what I'm going to do is put a storage bin right here. Yep. And we're going to wait for rancher to show up. Oh, let's up the priority of this room. They're idle. I don't want to see any idle dupes. Let's dig this out. Do I worry? You know what? We're going to put... I wanted to put the grooming station right here, but there's a tree in the way. So let's go with that location. And let's drop off pips right here. This is going to be ag storage. I'm going to put in more automation, but this is going to be the very crude way of running this machine. And we're going to make improvements to this setup as we go. So hydrogen has been flowing up. Very glad to see that. I'm going to actually preemptively dig out a spot for a smart battery. Something I very much want up there. Rancher, where are you? Builder, supply, scientist, chef. Why can I never find rancher when I'm looking for them? Yeah, no, you should be here. Oops. Okay, I can understand why you didn't want to go in earlier. Alright, so rancher, go in this room as soon as possible. Cook, are you idle? Then I guess you can just keep digging that out. And what I need a ranching skill for that. I don't want my dupes to be idle. What to research next? Very tempted by smart battery. I think that would be the smart thing to do. As well. That's going to need more metal. I want to minimize the amount of metal I'm creating with this. But a smart battery is just Plus, I do want a little bit of metal for automation around this. So that's what my dupes can do. But Rancher, you're in here. You're putting an egg in. Fantastic. Okay. Now that egg has a lullaby effect. If we go on this, that has an extra 20% per cycle. So add it to the 5%. That makes 25. In 4 cycles, that'll be a pip. That is much faster than normal. Now, this is consuming power, this incubator. But I can remove the egg. The egg is on the ground. The egg will still have the lullaby effect. See, time remaining, 1 cycle. It doesn't need to stay in this machine and use power. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to say critter eggs that are swept at high priority. I'm going to click on this one because what I want to do is there's actually take a moment here. Is there any other pip eggs? There is. There's one other pip egg in the world. Fantastic. I want to process that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have another bin here. Yeah, it can be right there. And this can be accessible by dupes that are on this side. So did I mark that one? This egg. Click on this. I'm going to sweep this egg, which means this egg is bound for over here. This is being constructed. That's not a bad thing. Oh yeah, Rancher, by the way, you're allowed to leave for the moment. So they're going to take this egg and put it here. I want this built at high priority because this is where I'm going to put eggs that have not been processed, that do not have the lullaby. In fact, there's just one other because there's only 2 eggs in the world right now. Is one in here because that would be very problematic if it was. Actually, I can filter. There it is. Or not filter, but I can, if you keep clicking this, it'll keep going between all those objects, which is sometimes a nice feature if you want to know where things are. Research, not research is ongoing, but dupes are looking for something to do. No, I'm not turning this into food potential. Let's do that. And my water is getting low, so dupes, probably while you are waiting, let's have a water pump be created by the rest of the team. So that's going to be a pipe. I won't connect it just actually. So when you're connecting pipes, it's nice to have them the inputs join. Otherwise, the game sometimes gets confused about what to do. So I'm going to arrange it like that. This, of course, is going to need some power. Okay, so the dupes have something to do, and actually that's kind of a priority thing because water is getting low. I have to really be careful about what tasks I assign my dupes. So this is going to be, now that it's built, specifically pip eggs. Hatch eggs can be as well, although, well, I'm assuming there isn't any in the world. I want to know that. Egg. What do you have for eggs? Hatch eggs. None. But I'll watch that status. Okay. So that's a high priority. And it's not swept. Just all the eggs in the world are going to be brought up to there. That's right now, that's this one. This pip egg needs to be brought up here. Chef is doing it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Rancher to enter this room, but not exit. I'm going to get them. Okay, I'm going to have to be careful about how I do this. Again, I can never find Rancher. This is kind of like a there's Rancher. You're ducking down, hiding from me. Let's get in this room. So they're going to be stuck in this room when they get there. They're going to have light bonus just because of these little critters, which is just a nice thing at this point. I'm going to remove the eggs. This egg here, I'm going to watch. Can Can I learn about an egg? Yeah. Its incubation is 36%. Now that, I don't want it to get really high or to 99 or something about to hatch. Because if it hatches inside this, it won't turn into a pip. It'll just turn into like eggs that you can cook. Not nice. But over here, we can incubate our second pip egg on cycle 14. All right, doing all I can, all the stops, just to try to get the carnivore achievement. All right, so that egg is now processed. So I'm going to mark that as being swept and bring it over here. In case you think this is a painful process, well, it is. I'm going to be automating, but scientists has to get busy for me to be able to do that. So this egg can be dropped in here. And any new eggs will be dropped in here. And I have to look to see the moment this goes to a 3, I'll be checking it all the time. My hydrogen is getting low. Let's disable that building, because I really want to get that smart battery put right here. Because this is chewing through the hydrogen, which is good from oxygen, being able to breathe and not choking out from hydrogen, but I'm losing power potential. So that's the next priority there. That's going to do for this episode. Very happy to have an incubator in my base. Very crude form of automation. In the next episode, I'm hoping to improve on that without using an auto sweeper. I have, let's do a room check on the stables. Count and a count on the critters. So I've got a single hatch, and that's in a stable. I have 8 of these guys, pips. Actually, I'll do this now. I'm going to say, let's only put 5 in each room at high priority. Auto wrangled them. Copy that setting, put that over here. And what that's going to do is, it's going, Rancher will take some of these pips and distribute them over there, just so that dupes have time to get eggs out of the room, because I don't want them to be cramped. Because the moment one of these pips lays an egg, they all become cramped for a time until the dupe removes that. But yeah, very happy with where. Oh, and also hydrogen generation now exists. Going to add a smart battery next episode for sure. This room is too big. Hold on. It's 99. Let's take out 98, 97, 90. That's going to be kind of annoying. So if a pip lays an egg, no, if a pip lays an egg there, they can still get at it. Never mind. All right, let's do a health check of our base. Oxygen is getting a little low in this area. Wouldn't mind to have a second electrolyzer somewhere, perhaps up there. Electrical circuit, still just the one circuit going strong. Have this new 240 going in. I've got 240 over there. I have also a generator, which maybe I'll disable that building and I'll have to re-enable these buildings. Temperature check. Decent, little bit of heat from the electrolyzer, but we're fine for the moment. Water. I've got a second. Actually, here it is. I'll just put it on for a few seconds. We're seeing this this area producing water for us. That's going to mean 2 pumps are going to be running at the same time. From a circuit perspective, I may not want that. I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on this base. Normally, this might be something I forget, like this water gets drained, and I forget to turn this off, but I'm going to be checking things very often. It's hard mode. Things are different now. First line here for gas, that's used for hydrogen. Let's not even bother with the looks of the base. Just a little bit of food poisoning that's stored away in these containers. Not going to be a problem for the time being. And a tree has been planted. That's grown in 30... It's about a third of the way. Let's see. we've got automated lights, but we have not built it, but that's going to be automation for the next cycle where I put in a smart battery and end things off. Have I got any achievements? Good egg, of course. Hatch a new critter morph from an egg. So, oh, that means hatched a critter morph. Does that mean that a critter has actually been born? Maybe it was one of the bugs. But anyway, that is it for now. Thanks for watching. Join me when I add more automation to this room and continue my effort to try to survive and get every achievement in this game. Till then. Got to remember to cut some of that